Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at my favourite video game purchases of the year. So previously we talked about my favourite video games of the year, so some of these will be interchangeable, but in today's video again we're going to be looking at video game purchases specifically, so it doesn't have to be video games. But the first one does happen to be a game, and it is my physical copy of Split Fiction, and I'm super happy to have a physical copy of it. It's not often that I get to play games on day of release, but Split Fiction was one that I did, and I absolutely just adored everything about this game. I'm not going to go on about it too much. Of course, made by Hazelight, who made It Takes Two and A Way Out. I can't wait for the next Hazelight game. So there's the inside, as you can see. And it may not be the most exciting purchase, but I do want to take a moment to say I still collect physical copies. I am supporting physical as much as I can because, yes, I do buy digital games as well, but I always prefer to have a physical copy. Unfortunately, I think that physical copies are going to become a thing of the past very soon. I mean, I collect physical for everything: books, video games, CDs, DVDs, pretty much everything. And so I think it's going to be a thing of the past. And I really don't want that to happen. So I am trying to collect physically as much as I can. So while this may not be the most exciting purchase to a lot of people, I think it is always good to support physical games. So next up, not the easiest to show, but my second favourite video game purchase of the year is this Batman Arkham Asylum Victor Zsasz figure. Now, I had been looking for this, again, it's not going to be the easiest thing to show. I had been looking for this for an incredibly long time, and I found it on a trip to Lincoln, I believe, this year, in a cash converters. And don't quote me, I will have said it in a wrap-up at one point. I think it was like £10 or £15, and I couldn't believe it because all of the figures online were very expensive. So to get this for that price was just incredible. Now, you guys know I don't need to tell you, the Batman Arkham series is one of my favourite video game franchises of all time. I love Batman in general, and so I'm super happy to have this as part of the collection. Up next, we have yet another physical copy of a game, Pokemon Legends ZA, so my physical copy of ZA. Now, again, we have spoken about ZA in my favourite video games of the year. I'm really spoiling that video, aren't I? And I personally really enjoyed ZA. So at time of recording, and I am recording this a little bit early, you know, because of Christmas and everything else. You may actually be seeing this after Christmas. But at time of recording, I have not purchased the DLC yet, so I can't talk about the DLC, only the base game. I've probably played the DLC by the time you're watching this, though. And as I've said many times, this is my first Pokemon game on the Switch. So I really enjoyed it for what it was, but I have had many people tell me that I will prefer Arceus, so... yes, I think I agree, and I'm definitely going to play Arceus next year. That being said, again, what I said about physical copies, I like having them, I like displaying them, so this is going to make one of my favourite video game purchases of the year. And there's only one more to show you, so this is going to be a very short video. To be honest, I've been focusing a lot on Pokemon this year, and I decided to exclude Pokemon sort of products in this video, minus, of course, the Switch version of ZA. But I decided to exclude things like Pokemon cards, plushies, etc. But to be honest, that is what I've been spending the majority of my money on this year. And at time of recording, like I say, Christmas hasn't happened yet, so I don't know if I've received any Christmas presents that are related to video games. Again, they wouldn't necessarily be purchases that I'd made myself, however. So with that said, there's only one more item to show you. And again, it's not the most exciting for most people. So it's actually a magazine, a very cheap magazine. It's this PC Gamer magazine that I bought on Vinted earlier in the year. And the reason this has made my favourite video game purchases of the year is because there is a mention of Draken, Order of the Flame, in 2025. Yes, and... that just made my day. It really did. Now, we have done a flip through of this magazine on the channel, if you would like to check that out and see what's inside. But yes, a very cheap magazine made my favourite video game purchases of the year, purely because it's talking about Draken. You know me, that's good enough. And that's it. So again, like I say, I haven't made that many video game purchases this year. I'm hoping to make some more next year. So fingers crossed this will be a better video next year. I know that this is probably not everybody's cup of tea. They're thinking, what are you talking about with those purchases? But they mean a lot to me, and I think that's all that matters. So you'll have to let me know in the comments box below, what are your favourite video game purchases of this year, if you've made any. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye Embers.